Okay. Should be live here. Should be live. Let me actually pep this up a bit. Get out of here. Check this again. Okay. Oh, welcome to the Wrestling Pod. I'm your host, Carlito Santiago. And today we are here to talk about, of course, the final time you're going to see the unseen 17, the greatest of all time, John Cena. It's his final night here, walking down the aisle, and of course, Madison Square Garden. And Monday Night Raw from New York City. What did the reigning Intercontinental Champion have to say 1 week after completing the company's Grand Slam by defeating Dominic for the gold? Well, we're about to find out. So, John Cena kicked off the show. See, the fans... Oh my fucking god, get out of here. The fans jam-packed inside the legendary Madison Square Garden erupted as the last time is now... Or, well, the time is now played. But it's the last time. But not the, last time you're going to hear the theme. The time is now played, and Cena hit the ring to kick off the show. After several moments of a well-deserved basking, Cena prepared to address the fans when Mysterio interrupted him to a crowd of boos. Dirty Dom claimed to have worked for everything he has ever received, and challenged Cena to a rematch for the IC title. Cena offered the rematch for tonight, but the heel declined. Instead, he wants to do it his way or the highway. And Dominic said, we're going to do it in San Diego and Survivor Series. Cena could be losing the title here, but at Survivor Series, but it's okay. You're still going to get that. You're still going to get that. You're still going to get that fight feel. You're going to see Cena. You're going to have Cena put on a great performance one last time. Mysterio was then joined by, of course, JD McDonough and Finn Balor. A 3-1 beatdown ensued until Sheamus made the save, and then Mysterio joined the fray. And then Cena decided to set up a star-studded 6-man tag team match, which, of course, we got it right here, because he would wrestle right here on his final night on Raw. Graded an A, so let's jump to that tag team match. An extraordinary setting for the final Raw appearance from the greatest of all time. John Cena teamed up with Rey and Sheamus to take on the Judgment Day. The heels isolated Sheamus early, beating down and cutting off the ring from his team. The Celtic Warrior finally created some separation, though, and made the tag to Rey Mysterio, who exploded in the ring and took the fight to the opposition. A well-timed trip-up from Dirty Dom to his father, though, allowed the heels to regain control. The master of the 619 fought his way back into the match, sent Balor into McDonough, and made the hot tag to Cena. The action broke down, and near falls from both sides before the babyfaces teamed up to deliver a 3-way 10 beats of the Bothren to the heels. Moments later, Cena would earn the win for his team, of course, in his one last Monday Night Raw banger. This was great. I love this. Backstage, Paul Heyman warned Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis, if you think my fourth pick McIntyre was pissed you off, wait until you see what I have in store for you next. They open up the contract, and they are shocked. We know exactly who it is. Let me pop up, because this is what they're going to do for War Games, and let's move this over here, because now we know who it's going to be. And this is for the women's too. I figured it'd be Julia, but it's not. This is what it is. This is what it's going to be. It's going to be Punk. It's going to be Jay. It's going to be Jimmy. It's going to be Rhodes. It's going to be Reigns versus Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar. For the women's, Flair, Bliss, Io Ripley, and AJ Lee versus Asuka's Kairi Sane, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, and Becky Lynch. That is what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. And if you do not believe me, well, I think we've got it clear. We got it very clear. Great in A, and I think it's great for this to move on. Jackie Roman was supposed to get an interview with Stephanie Vakir, but she was jumped by Nikki Bella. The Hall of Famer beat down Vakir and vowed to take the Women's World Championship from her. To close out a brief segment, graded a C. This might have been a complete. This was a complete afterthought as to a follow up of last week's betrayal by Bella. Backstage, Asuka tried to convince Bayley to join her for War Games, but it didn't work. So we are confirmed to have Nikki Bella versus La Primera at the pay-per-view for Survivor Series. I think it's going to be a good match. It's not going to go over the top, though. But it's great to see Nikki Bella finally being a heel and having her do something other than kind of lurk around and feel like she, has to put on a great performance like everyone else or to match up with them. To kind of feel like she's in that era. She's from a different era. The surprises continue in the last time now is tournament as Dolph Ziggler returned to WWE television to battle the former United States champion Solo Sikoa, who was accompanied by Tala Tonga. Sikoa dominated through commercial break using his tenacity and strength advantage to punish his smaller opponent. Ziggler, ever the resilient and persistent competitor, fought his way back into the match and at one point delivered the zigzag to a thunderous ovation. He also broke down to have a super kick and a famouser added to that. We were shocked to see Ziggler come back. It was amazing, but it was nothing special. See, he rocked Sikoa with super kick, tried for another zigzag, but the second generation competitor brushed him off and rocked him with a Samoan spike to cap it off. Solo advances. It's great to have Ziggler here because Ziggler had very, very high, matchups with Cena. So it's great to see that. We also got a Alexa Bliss promo, which went really nowhere either. Bliss took to the squared circle to implore Flair to join her, Ripley, and Io for War Games. She called the Queen her best friend and took exception to her leaving her hanging Friday when she suffered a beatdown. Asuka, Kairi Sane, Nia Jax, Elijah Legend interrupted, surrounded the circle until Rhea Ripley's music hit and Io Sky came to the ring to make a save. Obviously, the numbers game, the numbers advantage. It was a 4-on-3 beatdown, but Flair made her presence felt, unloading on the heels with a kendo stick, to which Jackson Legend could barely sell. So it looks like Flair will be joining the team. And then, of course, to hint to what's going to happen next should be an indicator here. So the babyfaces stood tall to close the segment. Again, a great to see. We got Maxine Dupri versus, of course, Becky Lynch for the Women's IC Championship. An intense, aggressive Dupri attacked Lynch from the bell, rocking her with a pump kick for a near fall. From there, though, the IC champion dominated through the commercial break. The underdog, as she did countless times throughout this rivalry, fought her way back into the contest and felt the man reeling. Lynch regained the upper hand with a disarm armbar, but Dupree countered out of it. Moments later, the challenger applied an ankle lock and sat down on it and left Lynch screaming in pain as the crowd cheered on the lovable underdog. With frustration, Lynch had spent most of her time trash-talking Jessica Carr. So she tossed Dupree to the floor and exposed the turnbuckle. As she was trying to do so, and this is the part I don't get, you want Dupree to fucking be this babyface, and you really want, Dupree, you want Dupree to feel like that she can do it on her own. Well, clearly she can't do it on her own because she needs somebody to fucking, distract Lynch. I think Lynch would have lost if she distracted her own self. AJ Lee made a return to provide a distraction, which led to Dupree launching herself from the top rope, crossbody, and win, of course, the title in a monster upset. Graded a B, and you know what? I'm gonna allow it. I'm gonna allow it, even though I think that this all led to AJ Lee coming back because everybody wanted her to come back. But this all led to just fucking Dupree getting the title because of a distraction. This is some fucking bullshit. I'm not saying Dupree doesn't deserve it. I just think Dupree fucking should have won it on her own. That would have been, without the distraction. Lee interfering suggests the second chapter of the rivalry is coming. It popped the crowd and did so in a way that paid off Dupree's underdog story. Yeah, but she didn't do it by herself. Her underdog story should have been her accomplishing it without any help. AJ Lee providing distraction just led to fucking Becky failing. We want no distractions. We want her to win it without any distractions. Moving on. Javon Evans took on the return of the Ring General Gunther. With, of course, his old OG theme song. The Ring General returned to the Squared Circle Monday night for the first time since SummerSlam, battling NXT's Javon Evans in the last time now his tournament, and the right to face John Cena's final match within reach. The young OG did not hesitate, fearlessly engaging Gunther early. The former world champion punished him with chops and controlled the match, entering the break. When he teased a comeback, he caught him mid-flight and delivered a Boston Crab, then transitioned it into a backbreaker. Evans recovered and rocked Gunther with a kick for a 2 count. Back from the break, both men were down. They struggled to their feet and exchanged strikes until Evans tried for a springboard. Gunther countered with a big boot, only for the NXT export to counter with a suplex into a stunner. He launched himself over the top rope and onto Gunther, but found himself driven to the mat. Moments later, with a powerbomb, he kicked out, but the former world champion applied his trademark sleeper and scored the submission victory. Graded an A, and of course, an excellent match. You put Gunther up against a young OG like, of course, Javon Evans, and you get a classic. You get a young star up against somebody like Gunther. It's fucking impressive. I wish we had more NXT stars to fucking, do, to win. So then it feels like, oh my god, we're going to have a young person face John Cena instead of all these other fucking OGs here. And now the War Games opponent come face to face for our final segment. Back in before the main event, Rhea Ripley approached AJ Lee backstage and asked to speak with her, teasing her latter's involvement in War Games, which of course I've already pointed out and insinuated in the notes up here, or right in front of you, right here. So this is probably what it's going to be for the men's and the women's. So enjoy it while it is. Back in the arena, Paul Heyman introduced 4 of the men who will make up the Vision's War Games team: Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. Punk interrupted, stalking to the ring and never taking his eye off the heels inside of it. The Usos soon joined him to a thunderous ovation, making their way through the crowd to the arena area. Cody Rhodes rounded out the babyface side of things, and the two teams, 8 men, brawled in and around the arena. But of course, Brock Lesnar arrived to the scene, hit the ring, clearly put Heyman's secret weapon and the 5th member of the Heels team for Survivor Series. Punk went after him, showing no fear, and endured consecutive suplex. Rhodes came face-to-face with the Beast and quickly found himself sent flying into the same fashion as Punk. Just as credits rolled, Roman Reigns made his return, taking his time to hit the ring, staring a hole through Lesnar along the way. The two longtime rivals came face-to-face. Lesnar's dominance halted with one single Superman punch that sent him outside of the ring. Security momentarily distracted Reigns, allowing, of course, Reed to get the jump on the Tribal Chief. He teased a tsunami, but Reigns delivered another Superman punch, this one knocking the Yawzilla off the top rope. Chaos continued to ensue as the show went off the air, with Reigns delivering a spear that sent Reed and an NYPD member through the Timekeeper's barricade. Oh my god, this is fucking great. Oh my god, this is great. Ideally, War Games is not utilized just for the sake of utilizing it each November, but the star power involved in the men's match should be enough to hold some of the deserved criticism at bay, because if nothing else, the main event of course, Survivor Series is fixing to be hellishly fun. It is. With everything that's there, this is big. This is big. We're not just fucking having family drama here. No, we're just picking names out of a hat and fucking going with it. That's great. That's fucking amazing. So how was the overall grade for this show? You know what? A farewell to the greatest of all time. A deafening pop to the return of Dolph Ziggler. A major championship change that paid off in Maxine Dupree's underdog journey. Well, with the fucking distraction of AJ Lee and the return. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns coming back, and an Attitude Era pull-apart brawl in the most famous arena in the world. If that is not enough to whet your appetite, nothing is. Oh, throw in a TV match of the year. Javon Evans and Gunther, good measures. Madison Square Garden, best place to fucking wrestle. Best place to have good matches. And it was entertaining. It was fun. Thumbs up all the way. I'm going to nick it, though. Unfortunately, I have to nick this grade. It can't just be an A. For Cena's last time, it can't just be an A. Tell you what, for all the Cena shits, we'll give him an A. But for this show, everything felt mid. If you really look back at it, you can see this was a couple things were an A. But again, B-, C, and a C. So it does fall a little short in that category. So I have to nick it a bit. And I'm nicking it down to an A-. This was the best show probably fucking leading into it. But this isn't the go-home show. But it's worth every bit of it. So, an A-. An A-. I'm going to give it. But, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Again, we're just about a week away from Survivor Series, and this is what it's looking to be. These are what it's looking to be. We're going to find out our last women's probably next week in our final ones. I think we all know the men's. It's all showing itself. Well, yeah, I think this is fair to say what this is going to be. It's fair to say what this is. this is what War Game's going to be. There's only 4 matches labeled right now. SmackDown could provide another one, maybe a U.S. title opportunity or tag team. They could even do the tag team titles. Who knows? Whatever WWE wants to do. 4 matches for Survivor Series, I think, is perfect, especially with the War Games being at stakes here. We're also going to find out, possibly, we're going to find out who gets the advantage, the War Games advantage. Remember, Brock Lesnar's never competed in the War Games, so that's going to be interesting to see. That's all I got for you. Until Saturday, I'll see you guys. And, of course, you'll see Lois on Friday, hopefully, for the Thursday Night Football game results and takeaways. So I'll see you guys Saturday. And next week for the final Raw before Survivor Series War Games. I can't do it like William Regal, but you know. Peace.